never happened. A legend who, and once that seeps through to the people of Ireland, that filthy concept of domination. And I'd say to you, every one of you is either a wife or a girlfriend. And I don't know, you, I'd say, have little regard for your wife or girlfriend. If you stand 1 5 minutes near that guy. So that's what I'd reflect on. I'd reflect on because he attacked womanhood. He attacked freedom. So that's what you think. If you have any regard for them and their free expansive life ahead, or stay away from that guy. Don't associate that. Send them to Coventry, ostracism. I wouldn't be. I'm afraid to be on the same planet as them. I finally end up in saying this. Early on in this, we're talking about masks now. In this, Varadkar-made crisis, New World Order-made crisis, it became very clear early that there was an alternative to locking down an economy. And that was brought forward by people like the German doctors and Dr. René Lacour in Canada and our own Dolores Cahill. And they basically said, briefly, that you didn't need to lock down a country. You didn't need to do social distancing or the mask wearing. You could protect our elderly, which the right thing to do, but you could do that and keep your buoyant economy. And what I would say to you is this: you have collaborated in destroying this economy. This wearing of masks and hounding people to wear masks and social distancing, that's driving every nearly business out of existence. Well, that in the long run is destroying your children. You are instrumental in destroying your own children and grandchildren. And so their economy is shattered. So you've got a 21-year-old son and he's going for a job. Before this, in November 2019, there was only 7 going for the job. Now there's 77. And there's no hiding from that. That can all come out. That you, instead of being with the people, we know it's difficult, you've taken an oath, and but there comes a time every person should look at a law. They have to say, is it right? And I know there is a movement in there, because you're hard to but you have got to realise that this mask wearing, your job is to, and you'd love to be solving real crime, this is draconian, driving the economy out of existence, destroying the future of your children, and therefore avoid it like a plague. And the final thing is, this whole pandemic thing is really it's Fianna Gael and Fianna Fáil landlords and that class of Fianna Fáil who want to take over the property market and make your children, the right of your children in the future is the right to think they can have an affordable home. Not one of these matchboxes they're going to pay £367 for something in life. And that's what this whole thing is all about, of making sure that the economy, the housing of people is in the hands of you. You're going to rule the rest of the youth of Ireland forever. And look, reflect on that. That's all I can say. And reflect the guilty party, the destruction of your own country.
I said, yeah, well said. Thank you very much. Very well said. But let's not forget what they took down off the bridge as well. They took down the banners. And why did they take down them specific banners? Because they were telling the truth. And we don't want forced vaccines. Because we know if forced vaccines comes in, the police state need extra powers to bring in them vaccines and to force them upon us. And that's what they want. They want them powers to come into your house and say, you're a risk. We've got to take your children. We've got to quarantine you now. That's what these guards want. They don't want the truth to get out. So they will do everything. And they know they're breaking the law, and they know they're going to court, and they know they're probably going to lose, but they're still, and lie through their teeth to protect each other. But they're going to protect each other so that they can get these extra laws and enforce them onto us. They really do. How much longer will we have free speech to come here and to speak our minds and to get justice and ask for justice and speak it as we should do? We need to seek justice now, and we need to step it up because our free speech is under attack. That's what this is all about. It's not, it is about Mighty Joe, but it's also about our free speech that they're trying to take away from us. And they'll do it through any means they possibly can. They know they're breaking the law, but they know they have everyone so brainwashed they'll comply to these satanic laws that they're bringing in. And that's what they're trying to do. It won't be long before they get the new laws to come in and take away your children and segregate everybody. And they'll be making their own laws. So we can't even go in and have something to eat now. They want to know what we're eating. I mean, do you remember the day we used to say, the guard wouldn't ask me that? Do you remember? The guard wouldn't ask me that. No. What do we say now? Seriously? I mean,
I was saying that last time. The day she got arrested. Yeah, I was saying that already, yeah.
Tiny woman and a big fat
well, that's what God said. Don't worry about what goes into your stomach. Worry about what comes out of your mouth. And what's coming out of your mouth, lads.
It's only the start of it, isn't it? If we
hatred for the Irish people. You're trying to suppress us so much. But you know what, I think they're doing a great job in it because we are starting to rise and people are coming here. Every week, there's more people coming. Every week. Now, this is just a few. But there are other protests, they're gathering pace and they're getting momentum. And we are going to get answers and we are going to get justice. Because we're here for justice and we are going to keep our right to protest. Nobody is going to take it away from us. And we'll be on the bridge, thrown over. Oh, when we were at RTE the other day, we went up onto the bridge and we put the banners over and there was about 40 guards there, would you say? Yeah. Specifically, we wanted to put the vaccine banner back up onto that bridge and we were saying, right, let's see the guards come over and arrest us. So I went over to the guard and I had it on camera and I asked him, why wouldn't you just come up and arrest us the same way you did Gemma O'Doherty? Why won't you just come up and arrest us? And the guard said, this is exactly what he said, it was a different day. A different day. What's different with today and another day? Does one law apply for a Tuesday and not for a Wednesday?
Okay, we can't see the vaccine.
Is that the way it works with you guys? It was on a different day. There's no consistency, is there? The only consistency you have is with your trumped up charges on everybody. That's the only consistency you have. But we'll get our banners back in anyway, we will, won't we? And we're going to get more banners, and more banners have been made, and we're going to be up on the bridge even more now. So you're pushing us to get out even more, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to get out every weekend, that's for sure, and during the week, and we're going to be going to all different Garda stations. We're going to be going to Skills, RTE, GPO, and all over the country. We want their country back, and we're ready to fight for it.
Welcome to join us.
Anyone else want to have a word?
This is the one I just want to hear the vaccine. The vaccine. We need
No
the
forced mandatory vaccines.
Yeah.
Yes, sure.
Just let everybody know, I'm married to a Gardaí, okay? So I have huge respect for the Gardaí that are doing their job, which is a very difficult job, because they're under the control of the higher up men. My husband took the oath, so I'm speaking up for the guards. There are very, very good guards that are happy. The boys in blue, I'm calling on you lads, and the angels in white, the nurses, are going to change this country. Plus the boys in green, the rugby players, okay? I have to support this with the vaccines. I have a story that the police know. I buried a baby. I'm a Vincent's nurse, by the way. I trained in Vincent's Hospital. 1977 I started. All the nurses now are silenced as well, as are the guards, from what I see. They are terrified to speak out, right? We all have a gift of healing, miracles. The Pope has been telling everyone to do the Life in the Spirit seminars, which is using the gifts, the supernatural gifts, and the fruit of the Holy Spirit. The guards need to know about this. We're in a spiritual battle.
Yes.
Spiritual battles are won and fought with spiritual weapons. The gifts, the
Yes.
supernatural gifts, the fruit of the Holy Spirit. I spoke to a lovely guard last night. As most of these guys could be our sons, they could be our husbands, they could be our relations. He was a lovely guard and he listened. But I buried this baby. Sorry, I was dying. It was my life or the baby's. It was 1991. They told my husband, a guard, that it was my life or the baby's, and there was a decision made to give me oxytocin in a drip to bring on the baby, Rachel, which means innocent lamb to the slaughter of a post-mortem. I did not want this post-mortem. I had a little 22-week-old baby on my chest, and they pushed and pushed and pushed, making me believe that it was for my good to have this post-mortem for future pregnancies. In the end, I relented. I had the post-mortem, and I found out 26 years later my baby's organs were robbed. I went to exhume the organs, and the coroner's office, can I just say this? Yeah, but this is about the vaccines. This is about the vaccines. I went to the coroner's office in 1918, before the referendum. The coroner's office was put into lockdown. There was a snitch in the coroner's office who ran down to the George Street Gardaí. I was locked up in St. John of God's for 2 months. That was just before the referendum, to shut me up, to silence me. It happened again when I was given the relic of Mother Mary Aikenhead, like the picture.